Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another Morning Coffee Talks. It has been a while since I directly spoke to the women out there. Now, obviously, my channel is called The Husband Code, and the focus is 99% of the time directly speaking to the husbands. But in turn, I'm figuring out a lot of ladies are watching this as well. A lot of women are watching this as well. And so, you know, as I've been going through this journey of the husband code, myself and understanding different things through my experiences, other experiences, and just a collective experience through all of us, right? There's this ongoing topic about the 80% versus the 20%. And so today, ladies, I want to have a real conversation with you. Too many of y'all are walking away from a good man because you get caught up in temporary feelings. The 80%, 20% rule is real. And the worst mistake you can make is trading in your husband for a Chad or Tyrone who's only there for a good time and not a long time, right? So I really want to deep dive into that 80-20 rule and how chasing that 20%, that excitement, right? That thrill, that emotional high could cost you the man who's really ready to give you stability, love, and also commitment. Now, with that 80-20 rule, right, it says that no relationship is perfect. But if you have a good man who provides, who protects, who commits, and who builds with you, that's your 80%, right? But if you start focusing on what's missing, the little romantic gestures, the thrill, the excitement, you might get caught up in thinking that you could do better, right? And so this is where your boy Chad and Tyrone come in because listen, they know how to sell that 20%, right? They give you that rush, that passion, the feeling of something new. But here's what you need to understand, right? That feeling that you're getting right there, that's probably very prevalent, is only temporary, right? It's not built for longevity. It's like just a quick high, right? A quick post check. So you think you upgrading when you come across them, but really you just stepping into a short-term situation that lacks the foundation of something real for the future. See, the thing about the Chads and Tyrones, right? And I'm gonna keep it a buck, which I used to be one of them, right? Thank God I never get caught up where I left a seed out there, but I understand the mind state. And when I was one of them, man, we used to specialize in one thing, just making somebody feel something in the moment. And we knew how to say the right words, play the game, make it seem like there's better options. But where we, let me see, I don't want to say this, but we weren't in a situation where we can have real support for you, right? Now, here's the thing. A lot of women want that because they have their money, they have their stability, right? At the time, but they didn't have the longevity. And I think it's trying to figure out how to balance that if as a woman you're gonna feel like you need to do that. But I'm really talking more so to not the single ladies, but the women who are in relationships or marriages. Because the truth of the matter, married women cheat too, a whole lot. Trust me. I came across them when I was in my younger heyday. I still see them today out here reaching, you know what I mean, running around on their husbands. And the truth of the matter is, I think that yes, the 80% is good, but men can bring a little bit of that too, right? And you know what my channel is about. A lot of men have gotten weak, right? A lot of men have not been purpose chasing, right? A lot of men have gotten comfortable. However, I think that a good woman knows how to use that femininity, right, to really pour into that man to make sure that, you know, they continue to go. Now, again, it's not your responsibility. However, if you want the best version of your man, continue to pour into him, continue to give him love, right? Because we go through so much in life that we need that. We need it. And vice versa, women need it too, right? But don't allow that 20% to negate a life that you could be built, right? Stability, you know, raising a real family. I think that too many women wake up years later realizing that they wasted their time chasing a feeling instead of building something real. And that 20% may have been fun, but what did it lead to? You know, a lot of you get women left with heartbreak, regret, or even worse, you know, raising kids without a man who was never planning to stay, right? And that 20% that women are chasing rarely comes with commitment, right? It's just a short-term thrill. And when the dust settles, you know, where's that 80%? Where's that foundation that you thought that 20% was going to turn into 80? So, you know, I want y'all to think about this, right? While you were caught up chasing that excitement of Chad and Tyrone, you may have missed out on the man who could have been your husband, right? The man who was willing to build with you, create a home, and offer you stability, that the relationship on what you truly need, not just always about what you want, but what you actually need. So another part of that is it's even worse that now you may have children with someone who was only planning to give you the 20%, right? And now that the fun is over, the responsibility is all on you, right? And the man who would have given you the 80%, now he's moved on to a woman who actually may appreciate him, who actually may want to give him his 80%, right? Of building their loyalty and things like that. And I know it's not easy, but you have to start thinking long term. You know, too many women are making decisions just based on strictly your emotions, and you're not choosing wisely. You women, a lot of women are so smart, man. We have the most degrees out there, but they're not studying what's going on. They're not, right? They go to school for 4, 6, 8 years. They study all that information, become very intelligent, but they're not studying men, right? And so they get caught up in the same cycle. So use that same intelligence, use that same wittiness of, you know, really studying. And I think you guys are really starting to see the pattern, right? And then you start to really, you know, value a man's character over the temporary chemistry, sort of say. So that's kind of where I am. And here's the thing, I'm not here to judge, right? But it on some level, it is time to, like I said, kind of wake up and really, again, just study, man. Use that intelligence that y'all have. A lot of you women just so intelligent, but you guys let your feelings get you caught up. So don't fall for the trap, man. Listen, them Chad and Tyrone, they're going to come and go. But a real man, a husband, he's not going to play games with you. I know it's not as exciting. I know it's not as, it's not a sprinkle, right, in your eye. But he builds, man. He stays and he commits. And you have to find a balance on protecting yourselves to not have the long-term effects that when you do meet a man who could be your husband, you have a lot of baggage, right? Emotional, because you just played with Tyrone's, and regrets, and then, like I said, kids, because no single man really now back in the day, yeah, you know, the stepdaddies, they was there. But now these guys out here, they're not with it. And so really think about that, man. I know it's fun, but you got to protect yourselves out there. And again, mostly women, y'all really control the sex, right? Like y'all control that. Y'all just do. The man controls the relationship, the commitments, right? But y'all control the sex. That's just what it is. So, before you start complaining, again, if you're in a relationship, if you're already married, before you start complaining about what your man isn't doing, I need you to ask yourself, is this a deal breaker? You know, or am I just getting caught up in the feelings? Because once that 20% fade again, you don't want to be left wondering where your 80% went. All right. So listen, make better decisions. Make the good decisions if you're not in that situation yet. Right? Listen, and also listen, drop a comment below. Subscribe to the Husband Code if it's your first time. If you've been watching for a while, subscribe. Also hit that notification bell because, you know, we're dropping videos like this every day. And lastly, if you got any value from this video, hit the like button. And until next time, I appreciate y'all. Much love. Peace.